Live from Austin, Texas, home of all the dropped frames. It's Retro Pals with Danny and Alex. Hello, Alex.
Hello, Danny. Have you heard my new dubstep remix? It's called Drop the Frames.
Yeah, our bitrate is giving us trouble. Whether that's Twitch's issue or our issue, I don't know. But it's stream time, so we gotta either shit or get off the pot, as they say.
I don't want to shit the floor.
And it's time to shit.
Let the
Hi,
body
everyone.
Shit the floor. Hi.
Welcome to the show. We're gonna live like rock stars tonight. I don't care if we're getting all these frame rate drops or whatever. If it gets to be unwatchable, you can feel free to catch up on the archive later on, which should hopefully be unaffected. And with any luck, it shouldn't be too bad, even though OBS says we only dropped, only 19% of our frames. Good.
Sweet.
Excellent. Well, in better news, I've become a billionaire, and I've decided to spend all my newfound money on Sega Saturn games. That's right, I cashed in my riches. The last few years I've been investing in Dogecoin, and boys, it paid off.
Wow,
And
sure.
I figured the first thing we should buy with our new billions, possibly trillions, is all the most expensive Sega Saturn games.
Okay.
That's the only thing I can figure to do with the way we're living. There's
Sorry.
no other improvements we could be making to our lifestyle.
No, honestly not. Honestly not.
I looked at our house, I looked at the way we lived, I looked at the food in the pantry, and I said, you know what? We need more Saturn games.
It's true.
And our patrons agreed with us because they said, we want to see rare and expensive Sega Saturn games. PS2 Sega Ages games, I'm going to get them in eventually. I swear to God, they were so close. So close.
So very close. And
GameCube Taxi games, people didn't bite. I'm going to have to find some way else to sneak in Smashing Drive into the stream. One of these days, we're going to have an all-Gyoko stream, and then you'll be sorry.
Okay, that I'm actually excited for.
Me too.
Alright, Kimbertian gives us 100 bits and says, congrats on your new collection of 2 whole Saturn games. I know, I'm so
it's
excited.
amazing. We're going to play games that are worth thousands of dollars tonight. We're going to live the lives of the rich and famous through our Sega Saturn and many, many CDRs. Don't tell anyone.
No, we paid for this. This is all legal, above board.
So many realtors are going to be pissed at me if they find out I pirated their discs. So this is an interesting thing. We've done this before with the Super Famicom, and I think in highlighting the rare and expensive games, it really shows just the vast gulf between how much these games cost and how playable they are. That's always an interesting thing to see. Like, are these games actually worth the thousands of dollars that they go for on eBay? We're going to find that out right now with a $2,000 video game. First up is Deli Soba Deluxe. A very, very interesting game, and definitely the most expensive Sega Saturn game. You can go on eBay right now and pick up a copy as low as $2,000, or as high as $8,000. I looked and there were 6 copies up for sale, and 5 were from the same seller? Not sure what's going on there, but this is a very rare and expensive game, so let's play it.
Sure.
Let's do it. And you know what? Alex, you get to play this one.
What the fuck? No!
You get to see what a $2,000 video game plays like.
Thank you very much to Comma Chameleon for resubscribing. They've been subscribed 2 months in a row, and they subscribe with the message, cheers to the life of wealth and luxury.
Hell
Cave?
Yeah. Living the life we deserve.
Cave? No. Cave?
Yep, this game is developed by Cave, makers of the Donpachi series and so many other bullet hell shooters. They did a bunch of racing games on Sega Saturn, including this one. Hit that start button.
Okay.
Now this is a team-based game, so once Alex runs out of time, I will be taking over. Just go ahead and start TV original mode. Jump right in.
Okay.
Now the B button is accelerate and A is brake, and that's it.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you focus on this while I give some background here. Yeah, audio balance looks okay. So, this game is a port of sorts of a mini game that was on a Japanese variety show. There was a show way back in the day called Tokyo Friend Park 2. This was a variety show where they have celebrities on and they make them do ridiculous stunts and essentially just talk, and no one says anything funny, but it's celebrities saying it, so you have to laugh. As far as I can tell, it's the Japanese equivalent of Sabado Gigante over here on Univision. So if you want that kind of flavor in a North American program, go check out Univision. It's exactly the same thing.
Sabado Gigante kicks ass though. Oh no, cows!
Oh, that poor cow.
Oh, those cows are mad.
So anyway, there was a bunch of gimmicks and different challenges and dares and stuff on that show. And what would happen is one of them was Soba Deli, or Soba Delivery, which isn't really a thing as far as I know. I don't think soba noodles keep that kind of time. But that's the fun thing about it. Yeah, it was like, it wasn't this game. They make it sound like it was almost a Nick Arcade kind of game where you like controlled a virtual motorcyclist in front of what looked like a fake video game. And what Cave did is they ported that concept to the Sega Saturn as closely as they could. So this isn't the actual game that they played on the game show. It's just a simulation. And during that show, contestants would attempt to drive this motorcycle to the destination in time while carrying delicious soba noodles.
There's no way I'm going to do this. Donkey Kong has dropped all of his...
Yeah, Donkey Kong's pissed. Meanwhile, this disc, not much else is known about it until a few copies just popped up seemingly out of nowhere. Common suspicion among collectors is that this disc was given away to either contestants or winners of this game on Tokyo Friend Park. Alright, hand it over.
Okay.
It's a team-based game, so I'm taking over here. Hey, good job, you almost made it the entire way.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we're heading to Tokyo to deliver our payload of soba noodles. Anyone familiar with Tokyo Friend Park 2? Can you give me any more context for that? Because I couldn't find much information on it. What were you going to say?
Okay, first a few things. Sabado Gigante has ended.
Oh no!
Second, the archive for our Monday stream did have all the drops inside of it.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me.
So we know we were gonna do. I don't know if y'all are up to it, but we should probably re-upload those to the whatchamacallit.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, we'll re-upload those, so you will have a way to see this. Do not restart, Bright and Tail. This is absolutely on Twitch's end, not yours.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I pissed off the bus driver. Those people are dancing though.
I'm so excited.
Almost there.
And yeah, to anyone experiencing weird frame stuff, that is absolutely on our, on either Spectrum's end or Twitch's end or something like that.
We made it to the studio!
Holy shit, we're here!
Welcome to Tokyo Friend Park, where they're going to give you a free Sega Saturn game, I guess.
Well, thank you. I also agree that udon is better than soba.
And that's it? What do you think? Is that worth $2,000?
Do you want to know my answer?
Sure.
Yes.
I think so too.
I think that's really
more
cool.
than worth $2,000. What a game from the masters of bullet hell shoot 'em ups at Cave. You get the best racing game on Sega Saturn. And the thing is, Cave, they made a few racers here on Saturn before this. They made High Velocity Racing, which came out here in the States, along with its sequel, which was called Toge King 2: The Spirits. And another game called Steep Slope Sliders, which was a snowboarding game. So they had some experience with 3D racers. So in addition to the original mode, you have an arrange mode. You can change it to have a new camera. You can enable special mode, which I cannot figure out for the life of me what it is. And you can change the top speed of your freaking motorcycle. The thing defaults to 101 kilometers an hour, which is about 60 miles per hour. But you can turn it up, and it says down there it's like disabling the speed limiter is not recommended.
Yeah, don't do that.
But you can also turn it down. Alex, why don't you give it a shot?
Okay. I'm a little worried about
I think this is a more challenging mode. Go, Alex, go!
Hey!
Look at him go! You should speed up. I love that this is a feature in the game. Yeah, you can straight up turn it up to as low as 1 kilometer per hour, so you're just crawling along. But everyone's still so happy. Really, this game's audiovisual presentation reminds me of Pepsi Man, of all things, but with all the cardboard cutout people.
Slowly spinning out.
As far as I know, this disc was never released at retail. There's an unknown number of copies out there. It's suspected to be less than 100.
Yeah, I know this. The stream is freezing as soon as I go.
Alright, give me the controller.
No way.
You're gonna try to make the entire run.
Oh, I just saw the time. No, okay, here you go.
Yeah, what I like about this is Cave included a lot of debug options, because fuck it, no one's gonna play this, right? It included ridiculous stuff, like being able to put yourself down to 0 kilometers per hour.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what that looks like.
Are you gonna do 0 kilometers per hour?
Yeah. You ready for this? It ends up being negative kilometers per hour, so you turn yourself around, which you're not supposed to see.
Oh my god!
And I notice if you work your way up onto the sidewalk, you can actually go backwards. So I'm gonna try and do this.
Okay.
What else is there to say about this game? Well, in addition to the standard mode, you also have time attack mode, which allows you to set a new record, but you have to have the default throttle. You can't just go maximum speed. I guess after this I'll show off what it's like to max out the speed on this thing. We're gonna see this baby fly. For now, though, I just want to see what happens when we get to the end of the road.
Do you think there's anything there?
Do you think it'll crash? I guess we'll find out. It'll crash like the stream.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna talk to someone.
We're gonna have to actually call someone.
I'm gonna talk to the head of Twitch.
Twitch, hear me out. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
I'm just gonna keep on going.
You're free!
I'm free now. I'm free of this $2,000 video game.
Where are you going?
I have leaped free from my VGA-graded prison of clear plastic. I don't know where we're going, but we're going there fast. Oh, man. Look at him. He's so happy to have his freedom.
He is.
Alright, enough of that. It's time to haul ass.
Hell yeah, let's haul ass to Lollapalooza.
And there's one additional mode called Coin Links, which gives you a kind of score attack sort of mechanic. You'll see. Weirdly enough, this uses the same score system that was in Dodanpachi. It counts down from the last time you collected a coin, and if you beat the countdown, you get a multiplier or something.
Hey, slow the fuck down!
Nope, I'm going way too fast.
Oh,
Nobody
no.
gonna catch up to me. Hey, this is a pretty good strat. Oh, shit. Yeah, you can go really, really fast in this game, or really, really slow. Who cares? It's your $2,000 investment. You can play it how you want. Look at this. Oh my god. I'm dead. That crash would have killed me.
Yeah, those cows would have fucking decapitated you.
Decapitated by a cow. Most insulting way to die. So that's fun. I've reached the end of this mode. It doesn't really do anything different from the other modes. It's just like, hey, you reached the studio again. Only you did it in record time, and with a lot of coins.
A lot of coins.
There's one last feature in this game, and that is, believe it or not, a fucking map editor. They left in the debug mode that lets you build your own levels. Like, who can we put in here? Let's make this a nice tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe we'll put some buildings in here.
That sounds good, sounds good.
Yeah. Now let's go forward. I want to make this different. Oh yeah, let's make this a tunnel. Cool.
Oh, hell yeah.
And a different tunnel there, too. Let's put a checkpoint right there at the beginning.
Good.
To give people, just make them feel good about themselves. At a gas station. Some other shit. Eventually you get to characters, and I want to get to that.
Can you just, can you edit in cows?
Yeah, you can just put random shit in the road, like people, cows. Just whatever. It's your world. Everyone else is just living in it.
Can we save the tracks that we make?
Yes, you can save them to the Sega Saturn's backup memory and have other people race on your tracks if you really want to.
Okay, that kicks ass.
It does. Yeah, this is a really fully featured mode from what I've seen. It uses pretty much all the buttons on the Sega Saturn controller, so it'll take you a while to figure out how it works. But it does work. Pretty sure we'll get to see my edits here, unless it didn't save.
I hope it works.
I'm still going a billion miles an hour.
Oh,
Oh god! That killed a lot of people, that crash.
Well, absolute tragedy today.
All I wanted to do was deliver delicious soba noodles. I'm not seeing any of the changes. I think I fucked up somehow. But if you have the talent and ability, you, yes you, can make your own Deli Soba Deluxe racetracks here on the Sega Saturn. All it costs is at minimum $2,000.
You've got $2,000, right?
There's a sealed copy for $10K. How can you not afford to buy that? For real, people. Anyway, visit my eBay store. This is a neat game. It's at least a unique game from a famous developer that has at least some sort of story behind it. I like it.
I like it too. That was actually pretty interesting.
Yeah. Everyone buy your own copy of Deli Soba Deluxe if you can. Or if you can't, it's just a mere forum search and forums registration and download link away. I actually had to register for a forum to get this game.
But it was worth it, though.
Oh, yeah.
Because now you could drive all the highway.
I got to deliver the soba, and I drove all the highway.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next up is a game you can actually buy at retail. This is the rarest retail Japanese Sega Saturn game. Shinrei Jusatsushi Taromaru. People might actually know what this one is.
Well, tell me, because I don't. I've never heard of this.
Also known as Psychic Killer Taromaru.
Oh, shit. Watch out. Wait, are they a psychic who's a killer, or do they kill psychics?
Psychics, watch out. This guy's a killer. Now, this game is rare because of circumstance. This is the very last game from Time Warner Interactive, a Japanese studio who used to be known as Tengen before they were bought by Time Warner. They made various games on Sega Saturn, including Tama, Adventurous Ball and Giddy Labyrinth, and Race Driving, which we played a couple weeks ago. This was set to be released in 1997, like mere weeks before Time Warner was bought out by GT Interactive. So, the common belief among collectors is that this had some kind of effect on its release. Still, a few copies got out there.
幾日か後に無残なムクロとなり果て路傍に打ち捨てられた幼子は見つかったが娘たちは二度と戻っては来なかった。
He's so cool.
He's
おさよ、あっしの一人娘のおさよを助けてもらいてんだ。
Excuse me?
これはおさよの嫁にした分を貯めていた金子で、これで足りなけりゃなんとか都合して、だからおさよよ。
Yeah, Psychic Killer. This game is far better than any other game on Sega Saturn.
Tempest Snake asks if there's any truth to the rumor that he has a planned STV arcade version of this.
I have not heard about that. There might have been, but obviously plans were scrapped when Time Warner Interactive was purchased. Like, they released no other games in '97. It seems like just a miracle that this actually hit stores at all. I can only assume that it came out and then they halted the rest of the shipments before it could get a full retail release. But people got a hold of it. Oh man, it's 2-player? You wanna play this?
Sure. There's a controller.
We're gonna live like kings. Co-op kings.
The kings of co-op comedy.
The original kings of co-op comedy. Yeah, man, let's do it.
All right. I thought this was a psychic game.
No, it's a side-scrolling run-and-gun game. This game's actually pretty good.
Hey, excuse me, what the fuck?
Do you want to be, well, I guess you're that guy.
Sorry.
You might think of this as the Shinobi we never got for Sega Saturn, because the one we did get was kind of jacked up. It was Shinobi Legions, and it used digitized graphics. This game is good old 2.5D, though. Just like people wanted. Yeah, you have this homing attack that centers in on enemies, and then you can push the B button to zap them. You can also charge it up, I think. There you go. It's got some nice big enemies and explosions and stuff. looks like you have a dash move too if you push jump while ducking.
Very cool.
Mainly, I just like the way this game looks. It really has a unique style to it. Look at us playing this badly. We don't deserve to play this masterpiece.
Well, we deserve to play it if we could afford it in real life.
Yeah. But we don't deserve that either.
No.
You're unworthy.
Listen. We need to spend all our money on video games.
Oh, yeah.
That way we can deserve to play cool games. Like Deli, Soba, Deluxe.
Mm-hmm. I feel like a more cultured person now, having played that. Don't you?
I feel like
shit, cattle!
Oh, no! I feel like I understand, like, when I go... I think I understand Whole Foods now.
Mm.
I think I understand what it's like to be rich after playing Deli Soba.
Shit Soba delivered right to your door.
Could you imagine? Damn it.
These cows are messing me up. I learned nothing from Sunset Riders. You don't really have a gun. Your weapon only fires when it locks onto enemies, which makes this feel kind of different from other running guns. You could also say this gives it a unique flavor and challenge, depending on your perspective. I'm all about the flavor.
Like, welcome to Flavor Country.
Yeah, I am in Flavor Town. That's what those signs back there say, Flavor Town.
I need to stop looking at the bitrate and freaking out.
Yeah, just go with the flow, man.
We're rich, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, let's just do it and be rock stars.
Alright, I hate these guys, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
These guys suck.
Just keep zapping them. Yeah! So yeah, neat game, and not the kind you would expect from Time Warner Interactive back then, because this game actually has several of the staffers that worked on both Tama and Race Driven. Both were pretty much odes to old Atari games, because if you remember, Tama was pretty much just 3D Marble Madness. And the one time Time Warner Interactive was allowed to go off on their own and make their own game that they wanted to do, it got brutally cancelled.
That is so sad.
Except not really. Something like a few hundred copies made it out. And if you're a big-time collector, this is one of your holy grails right here. It's not some weird demo or promo for some sort of Japanese TV show. This was released at retail, however briefly, so if you want a full set, you have to have this. I came close to buying this game at one point.
Oh my god.
Back when it was a mere $200. Nowadays it's more than $600, so forget about it. And yet several copies are on eBay at any given time, so it's rare, but if you have the money, you can buy it. It's not like some of the other games we're going to play tonight.
How do we become rich?
Hey, we already are.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Dogecoin, baby.
Listen, can we start buying horses?
Yeah.
Can we train the horses to play video games for us?
How about Bitcoin, but for horse?
Can we teach a horse to stream? Welcome to Hey Stream!
Well, you know what they say, you can lead a horse to Twitch, but you can't make him stream.
Horse coin, good. Okay.
I never even knew this game was two-player. Man, that's neat. Sure, it doesn't control anything like a run and gun, but it's a nice little different thing that's Sega Saturn exclusive. Can't find this on PlayStation. Now luckily this is one of the more commonly pirated games. I remember when Sega Saturn piracy started to really take effect, this was one of the first games ripped. And way back then you could turn the Red Book audio tracks to MP3s to reduce the file size, making this really easy to download and burn. If you're a collector, you're probably cursing that fact, thinking, oh, the unwashed masses get to play my beautiful game. Well, too bad, sucker. In some cases, some of these games are difficult to find. You genuinely can't find them anywhere, but nowadays, it's pretty easy to find this ISO. And that's a good thing, I think.
I agree. Get the data out there.
Yeah, there's no good reason for this to be rare. This deserves to be played and studied. if just to see what, like, the Sega Saturn's Shinobi game should have been like. Because Shinobi Legions was still 2D, it just used very bad digitized cutouts. Well, this one actually is a little bit ambitious. It goes 2.5D, which not many Sega Saturn 2D games were doing at the time. Levels are long, too, with multiple mini-bosses. Hey, we're getting the hang of this. And it's got dashing and sliding. All your favorite ninja pastimes.
I did see the ninja log happen, so that was good.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to my ninja log cabin. I built it myself.
She built it out of real ninja logs?
Yeah.
So, like, at one moment, like, all these ninjas are gonna wake up and they're gonna be like, oh shit, we're a house!
You thought you were tricking me by turning into a log. You just gave me my own house, baby. Thanks, sucker. They just thinking they're hot shit by turning into logs.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah.
No logs, 2019.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say 2020, but not yet.
Can't Naruto turn into a log? Is that a thing he did?
I think he did.
I think he did, yeah. I know he had that that ninja magic where he could turn into a lot of sexy ladies.
He had that ninja magic where he had his son, too.
Oh yeah, and he named him Bort. What a waste.
I think that's great, honestly.
Imagine having a son and naming him Bort by choice.
It's like, have you even watched The Simpsons Naruto?
Yeah. Pay more close attention to your animated heritage.
Ah, this guy's gross now!
Yeah. The enemy designs are pretty wild in this game. I like this guy's use of segmented sprites. I wish I had one of them arms.
No, we're not talking about building a cabin in Fortnite with ninjas, no.
No, we'll be building a cabin in Fortnite with Ninja. We're gonna turn him into a log.
Ninja, Jesus.
I'm gonna ask him.
He's gonna be like, please don't talk to me.
If I ever meet him at TwitchCon, I'm gonna be like, so, if you're such a good ninja, can you turn into a log?
Are we going to TwitchCon?
And he's gonna be like, security!
He's going to kick our ass. I'm really good at dying.
Yeah, this is not an easy game. It only gives you a few continues, and I've never seen the end of it. I really like that the backgrounds are 3D. It gives them a kind of dynamism that other games lack from this era.
Ninja turning into a log compilation. Thank you, Hakuda no Shop. Top 10 Fortnite streamers who turned into logs.
No, Ninja, that is not an actual threat. I have no actual way of turning you into a log.
Yeah, no, we
as
would
far as I know.
no. Yeah, we want to go on record that we would never actually threaten actual streamers. That's weird. There's no, please.
There's no room for misinterpretation. If I had the ability to turn people into logs, I'd have much better people to use it on.
I was gonna say I wouldn't bother with fucking Ninja. You ain't worth it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ninja.
Oh, I
don't
died.
know why I'm apologizing to.
Does this level ever end, or is this game just one unbroken level? Because that would be cool.
It just kind of just keeps going. Huh?
It does, and there's no load times or anything either. I think when it did that thing where it rotated around the boat, it was masking a load time. Man, so just creatively and technologically, this is a real standout Sega Saturn game, and it's a shame that so few copies got out there. And yet being especially able to pirate, made this game, it gave it a lot more attention than it got way back when it was released. So there's that at least. Let's kill this guy and then we'll move on, I think. Oh shit! Took my buddy!
Not me!
Hey, you Wraith. Quit messing with my ninja buddy.
No.
Got him.
Nice.
And it just keeps going, man.
Ah, spiders!
Oh, you can jump onto this. Well, if you want a really cool ninja action game for your Sega Saturn and you were disappointed by Shinobi Legions, check this one out. It is quite good. Just you know, look for an ISO.
Yeah,
it's easily available. Next up,
Just getting spidered.
you know how I was just talking shit about promo games? Like this was the rarest retail release, not some promo bullshit. Let's play some promo bullshit. So our next game is called Haim Waltz. I'm sure the Germans out there will make fun of my pronunciation, but yes, it's a Japanese game with a German name. And it's not a game at all, actually. In fact, it is a realtor walkthrough for a couple of houses that were on sale in Japan at the time. So I'm pretty sure people own these houses now, so you can get virtual tours through them.
Oh, God.
Supposedly, less than 50 copies of this game were made. And why they put this on Saturn instead of, PC or Windows, who knows?
It's that big Saturn box, baby.
Yeah, Sega paid them to put their realtor walkthrough on Saturn.
Also, Video Game King is speaking my language with give us that promo bullshit.
Here it comes. Here's that promo bullshit you crave.
Yes, that one. I do love that hotel training software for the PSP.
Oh yeah, that's like in the same that's in the same genre. Believe it or not, this is not the only realtor walkthrough for Sega Saturn. There was another one called Eiffel Home, which
rarer, I think.
is much rarer. Yeah. There's actually a few copies on eBay right now. You can get one for the low price of $400, which is a bargain compared to Deli Soba's $2,000.
Wow. That is such a... Man. Kind of like that house.
Well, let's have a walkthrough. Oh, it's actually... That first option there actually says walkthrough.
Cool. Let's walk through a house.
And the second one is planning, so I guess you can look at the floor plan.
Oh, it's so exciting to me.
Welcome to your new home here in Japan.
I like that house's design.
I hope you picked this one because we didn't make any other Sega Saturn discs for our games. You get to pick your family size, I guess.
So it's just two children.
We got Grandpa, we got Grandma, we got just some guy.
That's the freelance worker who just needs a place to stay.
Okay, here's our family. There's no mom and dad. They ran off. There's just a 2-year-old boy and girl, a grandpa, a grandma, and some guy. That can be a family. A family is what you make of it.
That is true. That is true.
Questions about home parties and living.
I'm always having home parties. And living? Ha! We're playing this game, so obviously we know how to live.
This question is something like, can you relax in the bathroom? Oh no, these are considerations for the house you're looking for.
Yes, I want a big relaxing bathroom.
Okay.
Because I'm going to be shitting all the time.
That's how we live, now that we're rock stars. Okay, so it gives you advice about living in your home and how to get the most out of it, based on the information you provided. And it gives you a floor plan.
Okay. Oh, I like some of these.
Pretty big for a Japanese house.
Oh, I love that compact size and
Okay, I think we're ready for a walkthrough.
I want that house to gentrify my neighborhood, baby.
Daughter, son, grandpa, grandma, and some guy. Let's go. Let's get our agreement.
I think Chat called him a college roommate who's fallen on hard times.
Oh, do we want a male or female navigator?
Doesn't fucking matter.
Let's go with female.
Okay.
This is so specific. This is weird, right? That they would make this on Sega Saturn of all things?
Yeah.
And it's only because it's on Sega Saturn it's such a prized collectible. Like, if this was just a Windows disc, no one would give a shit. But no, this is coded to the Sega Saturn with actual Sega copy protection.
ようこそ積水ハイムにおいでくださいました。
Hey, ma'am.
このハイムワルツは暮らしの健康、快適、安全をキーワードに設計しております。より良い住まいの環境を実現するため、換気システムや抗菌クロス、また設備の上で様々な工夫を施しました。
Oh, by the way, Haim Waltz
それでは
means
早
home
速ご
dance.
案内いたしましょう。なお、設備についての解説は A か C のボタンを押してください。
Oh, I wish it was that kind of navigator. If only.
God, and I wish this was a Peter Gabriel game, too.
Wow, it's like Mansion of Hidden Souls with a mansion we can buy.
I wish Zillow were like this.
That would be awesome. Okay, we can choose event or guide.
Event!
Yeah, let's do the event. Scenes from different times of day, maybe?
換気量の不足は結露、カビ、ダニを発生させる
Oh, it's
主な
got
原因とな
24-hour
ります。
ventilation. They got that HVAC.
That's nice.
Okay, so this lets you click on still images and see what's highlighted, like the thermostat, for instance.
Hooray!
So
Alright, so event
specific.
is nothing.
Let's see what guide is.
Everyone's mad you didn't take off your shoes.
Oh, damn it. That's so rude.
You're getting yelled at.
Well, I haven't bought this house yet. I can walk around in my shoes if I want.
The opponent makes a good point. Maybe this was on display at kiosks. I could actually see this.
You know what? That makes
6
sense.
交番寄せ
That
船
would make
屋根
way more sense than having to build a supercomputer for your fly-by-night retail agency. Realtor, rather.
家事収納は1階廊下に設置されている
Oh,
大
look at that
きな
pantry.
収納で、家庭内の施設のものやストック
You
用
could
品
go
を
to
集中して収納することができます。
Just go apeshit.
Just get a big pallet of cereal and never have to buy cereal ever again.
Can I see the bathroom?
Let's head over there.
How do you walk?
Let's go back to the walk menu.
Mm.
Oh no, did I exit? Well,
I
let's
exited.
let's go back in with the male navigator.
Okay.
He's gonna be like, I have a great idea for the next Tomb Raider game.
A dog IRL asks if this is the Gone Home prequel that never got localized. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the prequel Buy Home. You can buy the home and then go there.
Yeah. You need to get the Christmas Duck DLC, unfortunately.
こんにちは。ようこそ積水ハイムにおいでくださいました。
You say
この
sexy?
ハイムワルツは
Yes, he sure
暮らし
did.
の健康、
Welcome to my sexy
快
home.
適、安全をキーワードに設
He's
計してお
flirting
りま
with
す。
you, Danny.
より良い住まいの環境を実現するため、
Go on
換気シ
time.
ステムや抗菌クロス、また設備の上で様々な工
Unfortunately, you
夫を
can't
施
skip
しまし
this.
た。
You have to watch the walkthrough from the
それ
beginning
では
every time.
早速ご案内いたしましょう。なお、設備についての解説は A か C のボタンを押してください。
Oh yeah, you could turn this into a McMansion Hell game.
The thing is, though, I gotta say, this is not a McMansion. This is a very good for its space.
No, this is probably a very expensive home.
Yes, this house looks fucking pricey. It's really well made, too.
Okay, let's move on. Let's actually go up.
Okay.
My god, it actually controls like Mansion of Hidden Souls.
Yes!
And it stops you at these little waypoints, and I assume I can hit guide and ask what the deal is with this light switch.
See, chat says this is not my sexy home. When does a sexy house become a sexy home? House Hunter Sexy House Edition. And let me take you to my babe room.
Where is the babe room?
Where's the toilet?
Is it upstairs?
It's probably upstairs. Gotta go upstairs to piss.
Yeah, how many babe rooms are we talking here? 2 bed, 2 bath, 2 babes?
I like the way this house is so condensed for its space. It's nice. It's
There's a
big,
lot of-
but it's...
There's a lot of flora
Mm-hmm.
and pictures of flora.
Where do I dump?
Here's the recliner room.
Where do I dump my poop?
Alex, they're never going to give us the house if you talk like that. You're just living up to that stereotype of ugly Americans who just keep talking about poop.
We just want a sexy house. Oh, it's got an upstairs?
It looks like it leads to the attic.
Got a fucking attic in this room.
This is the kids' bedroom, I guess.
Kids. Jesus, this is... Yeah, this is big, really big by Japanese home standards, I guess, but this
Oh,
would
yeah.
be big for me. I like this
こ
house.
ちらは子供部屋です。傾斜
it's
天
the
井と
Kodomo Heya,
ロフトを
the
組み合わせ
kids'
た
room.
部屋になっております。また、南側に開放的なバルコニーを設置いたしました。
It's got a balcony. The kids get a balcony.
Okay, now we're officially fucking rich.
Those kids are going to grow up twisted. Like, they're not going to be able to relate to all the other kids who didn't have balconies growing up. Let's see what this other room is.
Yeah.
The mysterious recliner room. Okay, it does put you on autopilot for a lot of it, so you don't have full control like Mansion of Hidden Souls. Plus, there's no butterflies talking to you.
This house would be $3 million in Austin.
Yeah.
I've actually checked house prices, and I'm like, yeah.
Look at this built-in work center.
I love this house.
They have a streaming nook.
I want to... Affluenza Ground Zero indeed.
こちらは寝室です。傾斜天井により開放的な空間を演出しています。また、広い小屋裏空間を利用した収納を設置しました。
Love this house.
Abby talking about little children coming to this house with these spoiled rich children in their balcony.
I'm backing into the streaming nook.
I love the streaming nook.
Our streaming nook with pictures of fish.
Abby mentions that these little children will invite people over to see their room and then pelt them with debris from their balcony and laugh.
こちらは書斎。こちらの傾斜天井には天窓をつけることにより北側の部屋を明るい高さのある空間に演出しています。
Very good, very good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still looking for that bathroom. I think I have to go downstairs. Oh, look at that ancient laptop.
What's that door? What's that door lead to?
It's a mystery. You gotta buy the house to find out.
Is that a closet?
I like how pushing down rotates you 300 degrees.
Can we live here?
Maybe if we buy an official copy of this disc, they're
Okay.
legally required to give us the house.
How much is it?
It's like $400.
$400 is a good price for a house.
There's a sealed copy for $600
Hmm.
if you want a sealed house.
Is the poop room to the left?
Quit calling it the poop room.
The toilet house, okay?
Toire is what they call it.
Okay.
Or basurumu, if you want to be polite.
I count this as a game because I count all multimedia experiences on consoles as games.
Well, it's interactive.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell the video where to go. Maybe not the ninja action game you wanted, but there is another expensive game you can buy in that case. Alright, let's head to the left here.
Okay. Yes, the Piss Palace.
Yeah, let's go to the old Piss Palace.
If we can't find the bathroom, I'm going to honestly cry. Okay, there's the living room looking very, very mid-90s.
These
I like
hardwood
こち
floors.
らはダイニングとリビングです。床暖房と開口部にはシャッターが設置されています。
it. Cute house. Oh, you're right. Sorry, Simon the Digger. It's actually Dump Zone. Scarlet Swordfish calls it the potty pantry.
What have you done?
And Crumbling just says, "Welcome to Toilet House." Hey, this kitchen is bigger than ours. I'm
Yeah.
mad.
That's funny.
Devil Ray, thank
こちら
you.
が
It's
キッ
the
チンで
Whiz
す。
Palace.
美味しい水を供給するビルトイン浄水器や便利で清潔な自動食器洗い乾燥機などの設備が備わっています。
It's very
また
handy and you can
グ
do
リ
a
ル
lot
レ
of
ンジの
cooking
正面
here.
には
He said
清
something
掃
like
に
that.
便利なフッ素樹脂加工のステンレスクリーンパネルを採用しています。
Welcome to the bathroom.
So what can I do to put you in this house? Oh, I didn't want to go back. Well, whatever.
You're just slow.
Just gonna slide to the right.
Ludicrous and Pimp My Toilet, the Dumping Grounds, the Oval Office, thank you, opponents, good name. Crap Box, good one.
Crap box, uh-huh.
Tiki is like, this kitchen is bigger than my apartment. And a dog IRL says, my bathroom is called E-Bombs World, thank you. Kudu no Shot calls it the defecation station. And Scarlet Swordfish is calling it the depths.
Oh, we're gonna get canceled. Thank you all. Anyway, where's the poop palace?
Oh my god, shit! That's gotta be it, right?
That has to be it. Let's go.
Please.
It won't let me go in. You can only admire it from a distance.
We can't poop. Free us.
The realtor's just nervously looking around being like, God, how can I get rid of these guys?
The Video Game King calls it Gone Bathroom.
Mhm.
Where
こ
is
ちら
the
は
sewer?
ダイニングと
The
リビングです。
sewer level warp
床
zone,
暖房
thank
と
you.
開口部にはシャッターが設置されています。
Quit talking, I've seen this. Oh,
Oh, I love this house. This sucks ass. I want it.
a second streaming nook.
God, maybe this is where you watch things, I think. Like TV and stuff. This
Poor
is your
people.
gaming corner.
This is where you watch the poor people walk by.
Mm-hmm.
Who wish they
laugh
had your
and
house.
laugh and laugh.
I think there was one more thing over here in the corner that I didn't see. I'm going to try and see, and then we're going to... I think we'll weigh our options. Thanks for the walkthrough. We'll give you a call. Got any more Sega Saturn games? I'll gladly have a look at those.
Yeah, chat's also mentioning we could check the floor plans for the toilet, but...
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. We should strategize.
こちらがキッチンです。美味しい水を供給するビルトイン浄水器や便利で清潔な自動食器洗い乾燥機などの設備が備わっています。また、グリルレンジの正面には
Oh, you can skip the talking. Good. No, I didn't want to...
Hold on!
Oh, navigation in this is such a pain. I want to go look at this house in real life.
Okay, so...
See what they've done with the place.
At the upstairs is your streaming nook. I guess that's your streaming cranny, according to chat.
I see. Hey, you can always use both.
The little steps. I want to live here.
For putting your children to work.
Get to work! Make me dinner!
Okay, I'm going to
Stream
push...
my game!
I'm going to push
Fortnite.
down here, which should give us a different result.
Okay.
It's not always clear what the directions do.
Is that it?
That might be it.
We found it! Oh my god! It's connected to the oh my god! We yes!
We did it.
Yes! Sweet victory!
カウンターと洗面ボウルの継ぎ目をなくすことで汚れがつきにくく
Marble counters, very nice. Very
we
nice.
We found it. I'm gonna cry. I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy. There's the...
Wow, that's the biggest toilet I've ever seen.
Danny, no. I do love that tub. I want that tub.
ここは
It's got a nice window right there.
このエイジレスバスはお年寄りやお子様が入浴する際にも安全で快適な
25 bits from Hakuto no Shaku says, you found it. And
Finally.
a lot of you did it too.
Thank you all.
Rapid percent speedrun says Eyes of Merch.
There's a little bit more about the bath.
Take me to bath.
I do like the event mode. It lets you just pause on these screens and then just pick whatever. Like, what is this? Tell me about shampoo. Oh, it's a bonus scene. This is what you call an Easter egg. Amazing. We'll take it. Good news, everyone. We have a new house.
We do. We got 100 bits from Tepid Snake who says toilet percent. Thank you all.
Why did I spend so much time playing that?
Because it was really funny.
It is pretty amazing. Haim Waltz for Sega Saturn. There's truly nothing else like it, except for the other Realtor walkthrough available for the Sega Saturn. Next up, let's have a quick look at Blast Wind.
Love that name.
That's me after I ate Mexican food.
Ooh. You eat Mexican food like every day.
Oh, yeah. That's why you call me Blast Wind. Yeah, hell of a name for this game.
Mm-hmm.
But also a hell of a game, because it's a Sega Saturn exclusive Technosoft shooter. This is a company known for stuff like the Thunder Force series and Neketsu Oyako, which we played before.
I like Neketsu Oyako.
But mostly they're known for their shooters, and to have a system exclusive one is a pretty big deal. While this intro plays out, I should mention some of the other shooters we considered for this stream. Turns out a lot of the most expensive Japanese Sega Saturn games are ports of arcade games, which I decided not to show off because we can just get a better experience on MAME. But, whoa, that dude.
Whoa! Hell yeah.
But some of the more expensive ones include things like Hyper Duel, another Technosoft shooter, that one an arcade port, that goes for like 300 nowadays. Things like Irem's Image Fight and X Multiply, which is worth over 200. Other 200 plus games include Guardian Force, which we mentioned before, that was a shooter that was ported from Saturn to arcade, and Batsugun, which is Toaplan's last shooter that was somehow ported to Saturn.
Alright, I like this intro.
I don't get all the nudity, but whatever.
Oh.
Speaking of nudity, one of the most expensive shooters for Sega Saturn, which we didn't play tonight, was a game called Steam Hearts. That game it goes for $250 plus, and it's a yellow label game.
Yeah, we decided against that.
Yeah, if I can find a clean way to show off that game, we'll do it. But I didn't want to take the risk. Ultimate Destroyer, Blast Wind. Let's see what this is all about.
Alright, let's blast the wind. Quilk already mentioned earlier, but the wind's been really blasting in Texas lately, so hopefully this will help us figure out why.
Oh yeah, it's been real windy.
It has, it sucks. It's 2 a.m. and all I hear is like, stop!
Alright, first of all, what's with the Amiga-style score display? What the hell?
Yeah, this is very Amiga!
Maybe they were taking direct inspiration from Amiga. God, you know how American players fetishize Japanese shooters? Do you think Japanese shooter fans were all like, oh, you gotta get an Amiga, that's where all the best shooters are? Right, sure, we know Batsugun, we've played Balagarega, but have you played Xenon 2?
Well, have you?
Have you played Agony, that game with the owl? It's way better than that shitty games we make here in Japan. I was born in the wrong country, is what they would say. Anyway, as influenced as this is by Amiga shooters, it's pretty cool. Nice, detailed graphics. I just don't know why the score is the way it is. There's a weapon you need to use to blast away walls. I didn't know what it was.
Alright, we're, people talking about Gorn, calling it the gay version of porn.
Gay corn, Gorn.
We support that.
And you can hit these switches both to give you power-ups and to put you on alternate paths.
Feltemp asks, wasn't Xenon 2 that shmup that the creator of Res cited as a big influence? Maybe you were right, Danny.
Man, maybe. Maybe Japanese shooter developers are really into Amiga stuff. Wouldn't surprise me.
And Xenon 2 actually got ported to the X68000, so...
Alright, well, maybe I was more right than I thought I was. Sometimes the bullshit I say is actually correct. Oh, I see. You got two weapons. One fires straight ahead, and the other is more of a homing shot. Or a horming shot, as I like to call it. I want to know about the Amiga demo scene in Japan now.
It's, man, I'm curious too.
But suffice to say, there's a whole lot of shooters you can get on Saturn, and most are obscenely expensive. Oh, thank you.
Oh, man.
And of those, this is the most obscene, the most expensive.
Oh, I love that background!
That background is super
Holy
cool.
shit!
It's like right out of Snatcher.
Video games kick ass!
Yeah, as far as I know, this was never reissued or ported to another system, so this is one of the few Saturn exclusives that will remain throughout history, as far as I know. Unless someone buys the rights to Technosoft's catalog or something. Which, who knows? Someone recently bought the rights to all the Toaplan games, so we might be seeing more of those.
Was it you?
It was me, yeah.
Nice!
After I bought that house in Japan that I saw in that game, I ended up buying all of Technosoft and Toaplan.
Damn, you really went hard on Dogecoin.
I was like, what the hell? I've worked hard. I've paid my dues with my Dogecoin.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time to relax with some video games.
Yeah, we're one of those 26 billionaires who rule the world, unfortunately.
Yeah, sorry, we're not giving any of our money away.
No, we will never give our money away. We will just keep buying houses in Japan and more rare video games. But you know, I don't like the idea of slabbing them in plastic. Can we slab them in something cooler, like...
Slime.
I was going to say... not slime, but... I was going to say mud, but...
Oh, okay.
No,
slab them
slime.
in mud.
Screw it, slime. Artisanal slime.
Mm.
I'm gonna make some slime out of, like...
We're gonna encase your games in Nickelodeon GAC to preserve them.
Official... This is official GAC from not the store-bought stuff, the stuff used in the studio. It is probably filled with every disease on the planet. And we will soak your game in this.
Alright, that's a nice game. Very briskly paced. I was just playing it for a few minutes and we got through 2 stages. Not bad, check it out. Atlantis with 2 S's. That's cool.
Kicks ass.
I think I can squeeze in one more game for today's first segment.
Okay. Is it Crows?
It's Crows.
Crows.
The battle action for Sega Saturn.
Alright, there's...
I think this one is also 2 players.
Oh, cool.
Oh, by the way, other high-dollar games we considered for this stream include Cotton Boomerang, which is worth around $320 right now, but we already streamed it during our Halloween Witch stream. And Mizubaku Daiboken, which is worth almost $300. That's Liquid Kids.
Okay, Sega owns the rights to Blast One, so...
Oh man, Sega! Put it on Switch! Put everything on Switch. Y'all like Athena?
I was gonna say, is Athena or Amiga with that?
So Athena, if you're unaware, they're the makers of the Desaimon games, which are shoot-'em-up makers for Sega Saturn and PlayStation and a few other systems. They also made Biometal, that Super Nintendo shooter that had 2 unlimited music.
Like it.
And Dragon Unit, which, as far as I know, is Funk Doc's favorite arcade game. That game's awesome. This game, though, as far as I know, Athena didn't make many beat-em-ups, and yet that's exactly what this is. I like these sound effects.
I do too.
Now, Crows is a manga that was active in the 90s. I'm pretty sure it wrapped up by the end of the 90s, though, and yet they kept making anime OVAs about it. And its popularity was such that it allowed them to make a PS4 game in 2016. There's a PS4 Crows game, believe it or not, for this manga that hasn't been issued since the 90s.
Oh, Athena also made JJ Squawkers.
Oh, that's a good game, though. Man, I didn't know that. Okay, you can build combinations, apparently. I'm not gonna bother. Get ready to build your combos. Yeah, pick that last one and push A.
Yeah, fuck it. No combos.
How expensive is this game? I didn't mention it, but Blast Twin goes for around $260 nowadays, and this game is worth around $250. Or a bargain in Sega Saturn terms.
I was gonna say, oh my god, look at our little bodies!
How do you like these huge-headed men? They are huge.
They're so muscly.
I do like the art style. It looks different from anything else that was on Sega Saturn at this point. And it's one of those games where you can pick up stuff and just heave it around. Now, unfortunately, it plays kind of clumsily. Like, all your moves have these big wind-ups because you have so many animation frames. Still, there are worse brawlers on Sega Saturn. As for whether this is better or worse than Batman Forever... Whoa, it says fuck you!
Where?
Check it out!
Oh my god!
Wow! Why didn't this get the red label?
Oh, it's just a cuss. No one's nude.
You can't put that in a video game. Grand Theft Auto
Okay,
didn't...
okay, look at the sprite when I turn.
Oh, it flips! Cheap. Fuck you indeed. Forgot what I was about to say. That made me so angry. Any fans of Crows out there? Can you tell me anything about the manga?
Chat's been saying stuff, but I can't look at it, so...
Okay. Did it.
Nice.
It does kind of look Kunio-ish, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
This really should have been what they did with the Kunio series instead of, well, whatever they did in the Super Famicom era. They never could quite match the height of River City Ransom, which is unfortunate. Luckily, Athena was there to pick up the slack. Oh, you picked up your milk.
I was thirsty. I'm gonna growing...
ground milk.
Oh yeah, that's not... Ground milk has been left out in the sun. Very delicious.
Oh yeah, you can dash too. We just feel so big and bulky, though, is the thing.
Look at me, I'm so big.
You should have called this Big Boys, the beat 'em up.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's what B-Boys is for. Big Boys.
B-Rap Boys, the B stands for big.
Mm-hmm. Big rat boys.
Mm-hmm. The front of armament. These stages are real short.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately I used up all my time on Haim Waltz. So there was one game I was going to play during the first half of the stream that I think we're going to skip. And that is Stellar Assault Double S, which, believe it or not, is a sequel to a 32X game called Shadow Squadron. It got a Sega Saturn exclusive sequel only in Japan. And apparently not many copies of it because it's very rare and expensive. But what kind of conclusions can we make about rare Japanese games? They're kind of strange. There's a couple of realtor walkthroughs. There's a tie-in with a TV variety show. And then again, there's also some some real games that also happen to be pretty good, like this one. Last Wind, I thought was decently fun. What was that other one? Taromaru, especially, was really interesting and different from everything else on the system.
I like Taromaru. And you know what? I like Deli Soba for just having so many goddamn options in it.
Yeah, I like the fuck it method they took with that. They were just like, no one's gonna play this. Let's put in all the debug options. Let's let people have fun with this. And that's what really strikes me about the Saturn's library. Like, these games are expensive, and yet they're also still pretty fun. It's not just the worst bullshit that nobody made many copies of because it sucks. These are just actually good games that had a bad time at retail for whatever reason. And in the second half of today's show, we're going to show off the US rarest games for Sega Saturn, which I think will be pretty different from what we've seen here in Japan. The US Saturn games that are the rarest aren't nearly as fun, and yet the story needs to be told.
We must tell her.
It must be told. For the good of mankind.
My ass kicked.
Yeah, this game's kind of tough. Mostly because you're just so big and bulky.
So strong.
I'm a beefy boy.
Look at me. I look like... God, I look like a ham man.
Ham man. Delicious. Alright, I think that's enough of crows. For $250, you can have this kind of awkward brawler that still has a lot of character and personality, so if you're a fan, why not? Buy up the entire run of the manga, and then mortgage your house to buy the game for Sega Saturn.
Just sell your soul for video games.
Also, funnily enough, that PS4 game based on crows that came out in 2016 is apparently pretty bad. This is apparently way better. So there's that, at least. So, in the second half of tonight's show, we're moving on to the rarest and most valuable US Sega Saturn games. What are the rarest, you think? What kind of stuff is in there? Can we expect any kind of variety show tie-ins? Probably not. But we'll see. We're going to get that prepared, and in the meantime, please enjoy a custom-built intermission featuring its own set of rare games. You're going to see Eiffel Home, which is the second realtor walkthrough for Sega Saturn. Unfortunately, the only footage of that has some guy talking over it, but you can at least see what the game looks like.
Yeah, and he's got a real ASMR voice, so if you like it, maybe check out his channel.
Yeah, maybe you're into it.
Yeah.
Who knows? You're also going to see a game that I've been tracking down for years and years, and I'm going to tell you, if you have a copy, please send it to me, just so I can rip the video. It's the Sega Saturn Fresh Cleaner disc. That is a disc that cleans your Saturn's lens while Sonic and Tails are on screen talking to you. Only released in Japan, I have never seen a copy pop up on eBay, ever. I've had a search saved for 5 years now. Never gonna find that thing. But at least some footage exists. And then we're gonna end it with, what was the final segment?
We have footage of the Sega... let's see, it's the Sega Saturn had an online function that you can subscribe to, the Netlink, and it had a web browser. We have about like a few minutes of footage of what the web browser looks like when it's not offline, when it's not online. It's very, 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 very 1996. I fucking love it.
Yeah, so enjoy some rare games and enjoy a look at the internet, what it looked like on the Sega Saturn, and we'll see y'all in about 10 minutes.
See you then.
And we're back. See? Shining Power.
Finally, Shining Power.
It's my showtime.
God.
Do you see why I want that disc?
Yes, it's so good.
Apparently chat corrected me. That is a US release. That's amazing.
Oh my
if that's
God.
true, that would be the rarest US release for the Sega Saturn, because, oh my god. And that also renders moot the kind of things I was going to say in the second half of tonight's stream. I was going to say what the rarest retail Sega Saturn game was. Turns out, no, it's actually the fresh cleaning disc. So forget what I'm going to say.
Forget it.
Anyway, go on, Alex.
Alright, I'd like to thank everybody hosting our stream today. Thank you, Tiki D, Brighton Tail, Krungo Kong, Orange Right, Zelos, Quiet But Louder, Serena, Albedo Shadow, Tina, Lakudo No Shock, Jerry, Eris, Fuzzy Proxy, Dark Tetsuya, Kama Chameleon, Rondo of Dad, Herbal Tea, Titan Caddis, JP Ronnie, El Fluffo, Snake Man Zero, Hulex, Robot Boombox, The Opponent, Umbriella, Hardcorp Kimberly, Majestic Seaworm, Scarlet Swordfish, A Dog IRL, Inari Fox, X-Keeper, Bad Game Hall of Fame, Sepicide 19, and Dog Fluid. Thank you all so very much for hosting us.
Wow, I think that's a new record.
That is a fucking speedrun.
You just
we are
sped
late.
right the hell through that. And just as another heads up, our connection issues are still ongoing.
Mm-hmm.
We do record these episodes locally, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to upload archives of this and the Sega CD stream from Monday, just so we get non-skippy versions out there somewhere. Until then, please soldier on. Thank you for watching in spite of our issues.
Yes, thank you.
We're going to yell at Time Warner tomorrow.
Oh, God, I am.
So,
I am going to ask for a manager.
So, oh my god, Alex is going to get real.
No, probably won't. What's next, baby?
What's next is I'm going to wait for our bitrate to go back to the green. There it goes. So, in the few seconds I get to actually talk without skipping, we've seen the rarest Japanese games for Sega Saturn. But what about North America? What about North America?
What about America?
What are the
Danny?
rarest games that are available there? And what about Europe? Well, I'm going to answer that within the next hour, or your money back.
Mm-hmm.
Let's play some games that are extremely rare, starting with PAL region. The rarest game over there is a game called Deep Fear, so let's play that. You heard about this Deep Fear?
It's like Fear, but like deeper.
Mm-hmm.
Much more intellectual types of fear.
So Sega, way back when, they saw Resident Evil, and they said, we want a piece of that. What if there was Resident Evil, but underwater? And thus Deep Fear was born. This game was released in Japan, where it had English voice acting, much like Resident Evil, but there was going to be a US release that was unfortunately cancelled. It did come out in PAL regions in English, but that release is apparently very rare. It goes for more than $200 complete in box.
The Ultimo calls this Resident Illbleed.
I've also heard it called Resident Seevil.
That's good.
Yeah, Retsuplay did a full playthrough of this. This game has a lot of elevators. And air grenades. This game's biggest claim to fame is a lack of oxygen. You have to manage your oxygen content in this game, and to get more oxygen, it's delivered through grenades. This game has a lot of problems, but it's pretty funny.
Hey, what?
Yeah, air grenades. You know, at night when you're all choking from lack of oxygen and you're like, I need some oxygen, so you just set off a couple grenades.
I mean, whatever works, I guess.
It does work. It works really well.
Oh, okay, Electric Boogaloo mentions Deep Fear was the final Saturn release in PAL region.
That would explain why it's so rare then. The very last one. This copy we're playing right now is supposedly from a US prototype version of the unreleased North American version. I say supposedly because it was reproduced under a collection by that one company. What's that company? The R.W. Bivens company? Good Old Games, they did it.
Oh, God.
If you're unaware, Good Old Games was a company that just kind of got ISOs and then released them at shows like the Classic Gaming Expo.
Wait, Good Old Games, isn't that GOG?
No, yeah, you're right.
You're thinking of something else.
Good Deal Games.
Good Deal Games.
That's what it was.
Flying object emitting a regulatory signal crashed into the Pacific
Yeah,
Ocean.
Good Deal Games released Citizen X on Sega CD, which is amazing. They must have had to negotiate with all the actor likenesses and rights and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Must have took a ton of time and money just for a 50 print run. Can't believe they did it. Now, this game's got production quality. This is a 2 CD game, and most of those CDs consist of computer animation. I agree, Arnold Rimmer. Mookie is the best character.
Yeah, chat's been talking about Mookie quite a bit.
Mookie is pretty good. Yeah, we're not going to see much of this, but hopefully you can at least sample the excellent voice acting.
Is that an oxygen, like, nuke?
Maybe. There's something down here turning people into zombies, or something. It's been a while since I've seen this game. Meanwhile, another option, if you want to have an official copy of this game but don't want to pay $200 for a PAL copy, the Japanese version is very common. You can pick that up for $5 or less. And it's all in English except for the written dialogue, which may be a problem. Just get a walkthrough, you'll be fine. Or just watch someone else play it.
Don't touch it! Don't just...
What's the plot of this game? Like you're in some kind of underwater mining rig or something?
Tiki is calling us out, saying that, I can't believe you call yourself Retro Pals, but you mostly play NTSC game. Well...
Fair enough. Retro PAL. Welcome to the Earth room. Stella! His wife was a completely different art style.
That's why the marriage didn't work.
Chief!
You don't have to yell, Mookie. I can hear you just fine.
It's an emergency! Sharon's drowning in the E-pool! Come quickly!
I'm right above you. I'll be right there.
This guy rules.
Chief?
I just remembered your main character's name. Are you ready for this? Your main character is named John Mayer.
Just give me a minute, love.
Okay. Yep, very much in the mode of Resident Evil. It's got tank-style controls, and it swaps between these pre-rendered scenes to simulate a 3D room. Also, you're John Mayer.
I guess I'm John Mayer.
Body is a wonderland.
I forgot if he did that, and I was going to make that joke, but I was like, oh no, what if I'm wrong and everyone makes fun of me for making this joke? Well, now I just missed out.
Hey, at least he's not named Dave Matthews. Yeah, if you ever wanted to see Sega do Resident Evil, this is exactly that. They pretty much just cloned Resident Evil. Only made it a lot stupider. Yeah, let's go to the conference room.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're underwater.
I'm John Mayer. Who has my guitar? Ooh, freeze and preservation of humans.
Yikes! No, thank you.
Yep, it even has the files straight from Resident Evil. Something about stopping the dog's heart and brain. Well, that's probably pretty good research. Bringing the dog to a dead state and then they brought it back to life. It succeeded on chimpanzees, too.
I don't know about this.
A lot of good research going on here. An underwater station is definitely the place to be doing this. It's either that or a mansion. What a mansion.
Can a submarine be a mansion?
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit, I threw one of my air grenades. Well, at least we have plenty of air now.
I can breathe easy.
I forgot grenades were actually mapped to a button. Oh, where is this? No, I wanted the map. Okay, we want to go to the E-pool, which is down. Okay, yeah, we actually want to go.
You did it again!
I got plenty of oxygen in here.
Quiet the Ladder calls us a mixed mansion. Thank you.
Oh, be quiet, it's an elevator. Okay, good.
Okay.
You can expect to see that cutscene a lot in this game. A lot of elevators. Okay, now where's this E-pool?
The E-pool is the name of an extremely gimmicky bar on Wilshire Boulevard in Los Angeles in 1996 that is like a net cafe in a pool.
Whoa, nice.
It sucks, actually.
Oh, not nice.
It's like $100 an hour, and like the cocktails, you can't even afford it.
Jeez.
Anyway, someone make an Instagrammable cyber pool. Thank you.
Instagrammable cyber pool. That's all anyone wants.
That's all. We're billionaires now.
Yeah.
We've got like $5 billion.
I made it to the e-pool.
And we need to go to the e-pool.
Cyber pool.
Chief!
What's wrong, Mookie? He said someone was drowning.
I hear someone drowning.
Oh my god.
What's going on?
April Fools!
What?
Oh.
Did you forget it's April Fool's Day?
You know, we don't have time for these fun and games.
Sorry, Chief. The mood around the big table had been kind of stuffy lately. So, I had to play a joke before going crazy.
What do you mean, stuffy?
You were just transferred here a week ago, so you may not have noticed, but it's been especially stuffy lately. The Army people have been really uptight.
I got some air grenades, that might help.
This is hilarious. You got fucking owned.
Yeah, the game starts off with a prank being played on John Mayer. Because it's April Fool's Day.
Seafox automatic pilot system off.
Seafox, play ball. This time Mermaid may be waiting for you.
Yeah, play ball. What?
Yeah, I wish. If only they were real mermaids.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow!
What was that? Hey, stop!
Seafox, do you read me?
Oh, the mermaid shot him.
I was gonna say the mermaids got pissed.
And thus the adventure begins. If you want to see more, get Deep Fear for your Sega Saturn. Another exclusive, never ported anywhere else, so this is an experience that's genuinely something you have to get a Sega Saturn for. And it's something. It has some production quality. It's pretty entertaining. But you also need to be a little patient. Not a fantastic game. Still, John Mayer. Mermaids. Killer mermaids.
I do like the idea of mermaids with guns. But how can they shoot underwater?
Mermaid guns.
Technology we certainly do not have.
Certainly.
Certainly! I don't even know what accent that is.
Oh yeah, there is a cool monkey. Man, this game's great. What am I talking about?
He does everything.
Attention please. Would ERS John Mayer immediately report to the CCD area deck group? I repeat, would ERS
Chief,
John
I think
Mayer
they need you.
That was an emergency call. I wonder what happened.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, Chief, you got a cold?
You could say that.
John, take care.
Why so sly? It's a yes or no question. Yeah, you could say I have a cold. Here you go, fellas. Enjoy the air on me.
I can breathe freely now.
Now we all can breathe easier. Yeah, there's a lot to this game, and we've just shown a small part of it. I do recommend watching the Retsu playthrough of this. This game is pretty ridiculous. But there are more expensive English language territory Sega Saturn games. That's the most expensive PAL game. The rest we're going to see are the rarest here in the States.
USA. USA.
Yeah. Let's start off with Battle Sport.
Battle Sport sounds like a Jean-Claude Van Damme film. I'm excited.
That's Bloodsport.
He could be in a battle sport. You don't know that.
I guess Bloodsport is a battle sport now that I think about it.
In fact, you can say all sports are battle sports. Think about it.
You've given me something to think about.
Basketball is a battle for the ball to go into the basket.
It's the brawl with it all. Now this game here, this is a Studio 3DO game. This was originally a 3DO game.
Oh, shit.
And it was ported to Sega Saturn and PlayStation and published by Acclaim. For whatever reason, the Sega Saturn release was very limited. Very few copies made it out there. If you see a copy of Battle Sport pop up on eBay, it's going to go for, let's see, around $280 complete in box.
Unexpected development.
Now that's an unexpected development.
And it kills a bird.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
So
Perfect.
the funny thing about this is the 3DO and PS1 versions, super common games. You can get them for like $5 each. It's just this version that goes for $280. And it defined battle and sport. It thinks I'm an idiot.
It thinks this is a middle school book report.
Get ready to rock.
This is so freaky.
So far we've seen game show giveaways, realtor walkthroughs, and a normal-ass retail game that just for some reason was severely underprinted. That's not nearly as exciting a premise as the rare Japanese games.
Mm-hmm.
Just this 3DO-ass game that no one liked and was just underprinted. Let's play it.
Alright.
Let's battle.
The 2-player?
Maybe. Let's find out. We're gonna have a $300 battle here in Battle Sport. 2-player, let's do it.
Alright, well we're rich enough.
Oh yeah. This is what the rich people do. They pay other people to play Battle Sport.
Mm-hmm. And then they sit in the stands.
Enter your name.
My name is,
Oh, it only gives you 6 letters.
I'm trying to be cool sports, so I'm just cool.
And I'm Battle.
Alright.
I was going to be Battle Bob.
I was gonna be cool sports.
Cool Sports and Battle Bob. Fighting it out in the future.
Select your game option.
That looks fine to me.
Yeah, it's good.
Can't wait to see what this game looks like. I've never actually seen this in action.
I bet it looks just as good as the cutscenes.
Oh, probably.
I hope it's an FMV game.
Challengers, choose your vehicles.
I'll be the hunter.
I will be the runner.
The hunted. Hang on.
Oh, cool. Unexpected Developments also made the Game Boy versions of Arcade's Revenge and Shaq Fu.
Hey!
Take a seat. Your game is loading.
I loaded the thing to tell
Let
us
me
it's
point it
loading.
out. It spent 15 seconds loading that loading screen. This is a good start. Hey, I know we've had a lot of loading, and now we're going to have a lot more, so sit tight.
Let's see. Chat says SpongeBob SquarePants, Jock Cousin, Battle Bob, Cool Sports. Nice knockoff Gravicon.
Battle Bob Cool Sports. Whoa, wait a minute. Is this Ball Blazer? This may be Ball Blazer. LucasArts' old computer game Ball Blazer had you pick up a ball and you could shoot lasers.
Come back here!
This is loud.
Okay.
I won't shoot you.
Okay, I turned it down.
Thank you.
A lot.
Oh, there's a shot clock. So it's basketball, but also cyber sled?
Can I kill you? Can you just, like, murder your opponents?
Maybe. Oh, yeah. So it's an arena combat game, just with a ball. But where do we put the ball?
I'm assuming that thing in the middle.
Maybe. Not if I shoot it first.
You can't! Stop shooting me! I shot the ball!
Okay, yeah, there's
Okay.
a button that shoots the ball. I guess you can shoot it towards that thingy. Oh, these vehicles are really slidey, too. It's like they're on ice.
They are! I hate it! I want the ball!
I did it! I got a goal!
How'd you do that?
You just shoot it at the thing in the middle.
This box?
Yeah.
Can I destroy the box and, like, take the ball from out of it?
Yeah, then no one can score. Gotta say, out of all of tonight's games, this is the least impressive one so far.
Give me a ball!
This definitely looks and feels like a 3DO game, because it is.
Alex,
Can you at least strafe? Okay, you can strafe. You got some control over your vehicle, but god. Once you start going, ain't nothing gonna stop you.
This is a blood sport now, baby.
Yeah, now it's a blood sport. Time's almost up. Oh, gotcha!
Did you kill me?
You're dead. You're a dead man. But you respawn, like, immediately, so who cares? That's the end of the game!
Oh my god.
Second period.
Battle Sport.
That's Battle Sport.
That's Battle Sport. If you want to play that, I recommend the $5 PS1 version, not the $280 Saturn version.
I'm gonna agree with that.
Assuming it's not a terrible port. Maybe it's even worse. Who knows? We'll find out someday. Battle Sport, available now for your US Sega Saturn for $1 billion.
Alright.
Next up, another extremely rare game, Mega Man 8. Now, if you're only familiar with the PlayStation version, you may be thinking, wait a minute, this is a $20 game at most. It got re-released as a greatest hits re-release on the PS1, so many more copies were printed after the initial print run. And yet here on Sega Saturn, if you want a complete in-box copy, oh buddy, you gotta pay $300 at minimum.
Hey, no.
Complete in-box Mega Man 8 goes for $300. So far, the theme for rare US Saturn games is they're available elsewhere for much cheaper. Which is kind of unfortunate. I want my Delivery Soba game. Anyway, this is Mega Man 8. You know what it is.
Yeah, chat's already talking about Clown Man.
I'm Clown Man.
You know, so am I.
Oh, the voices. So this one has a couple of extra bosses, both of which are in the second half of the game. I thought they were in the first half, and I would have shown those off. Unfortunately, not going to be able to see those. But what this does have over the PS1 version is an additional bonus mode, which is available right at the title screen. Now, way back when this game was released to celebrate the, 10th anniversary of Mega Man, I think?
I think so, yeah.
And while the PS1 version just had that label, it was all like Anniversary Edition. It didn't have any kind of anniversary extras. This one does. This whole mode is exclusive to the Saturn one. And in this mode, you get to see the enemy bosses that people submitted for inclusion to be in Mega Man. That guy's a matador.
Looks very strong.
Attacking with smoke. Why didn't I think of that?
Exactly.
I like the little Wily offering his his thoughts on these creations.
That guy looks cool.
Wow, a pirate boss.
Don't get much better than this.
I also like the infamous Yamato Man.
Now the world is mine. Yo, that guy's cool.
Whoa, it's Tooth Man.
Tooth Gang.
Mega Man will be destroyed if he's bitten by this robot.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, otherwise, except for the additional bosses, which are Woodman and Cutman from Mega Man 1 and 2, the game's mostly the same as the PS1 version. There's some changes in graphics, particularly with transparencies, but other than that, basically the same game. Only this one gives you these little extras, which I'm finding really charming.
I love his little laugh.
What is that? Too difficult for me.
Now the world is mine!
Don't catch a disease.
What?
Now the world is mine!
That is a lot of hooks.
Too many hooks.
That one's very ornate.
Block Man. Minecraft Man.
His muscles are there for a reason. Oh, that's drawn by a 4-year-old.
I love that one.
I can't hate too much.
That one's great. Don't mock that one.
Too many spikes.
Now the world is mine!
Don't be fooled. This is a robot, not a bamboo shoot.
Now the world is mine!
Oh, that's just Skull Man. Oh, even he says it's just he references Skull Man. That's too many skulls for Wily's taste. It's Magic Man.
Now the world is mine!
Here's an original idea: a robot with many swords. Big fucking deal.
I'm gonna say Dr. Wily. That's so mean.
And yeah, there's just 30 of them.
Yeah.
We've seen them all. I also get some official illustrations, not just fan ones. I guess if you want to see the actual art.
Boo, who cares?
Yeah.
It's that guy.
You can get this anywhere. get it way higher resolution on the internet.
I
Probably.
only like art drawn by 4-year-olds, thank you.
Yeah, me too. Bring back that tooth robot with the giant toothbrush.
Teeth!
Bring him back for Mega Man 12. And you also get a sound test. Big deal. And a voice test.
Mega Man 8 Metal Heroes. Ice Wave. Thunderclaw. Tornado Hold. Flash Bomb.
Yeah.
Flame Sword.
But sword?
Flame Sword.
Yeah.
Really? Sword?
Sword.
Fuck, man.
Water Balloon.
Yeah, the voice acting in this is legendarily bad. Like, there's multiple flubs they kept in the actual game. Like, Dr. Light especially trips over his words constantly. It's like he's me or something.
Oh.
And yet they left it in the game.
Homing Sniper. Let's do it.
Sword.
I'm
Sword.
home. Right on. I'm home.
We could make a soundboard out of this.
I'm home. Sword.
Hey, Mega Man, what do you think about your recent revival for the PS4?
Right on.
Ah, cool.
It's over, Wily. I got it, Doctor. I got it, Doctor.
Now the world is mine! Yeah! Cheap! Cheap!
Cheap?
Cheap! Cheap!
Come on, Treble.
Hey, Bass, aka, what's your name in Japan? I forgot. Forte, aka Bass. Who's your favorite Super Mario Brothers enemy?
Cheap! 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 Your history! Your history!
Alright, that's enough.
That is.
Yeah, in essence, the same game with minor extras, thus making it worth $300.
Yeah, and chat mentions there are additional bosses in this game.
Mm-hmm. Cutman and Woodman.
Yep.
That's about it. Alright, we clearly have enough time to play Panzer Dragoon Saga, right?
Let's see. Yeah, we do. I don't have anything to do for the next 20 hours, so...
Oh, cool. That's very convenient.
Cancel all my doctor's appointments.
Now, this game, probably the most sought-after US release, because, for one, Saturn exclusive, and for two, the English version, extremely rare. One of the very last games produced for North American Saturn. Should note there's going to be a tell-all post-mortem at GDC this year, so if you're interested in that, check it out. Supposedly, creator Yukiko Futatsugi is going to talk about Panzer Dragoon, the original, Zwei, and also Saga.
Oof.
You probably won't see much of this because this is in fact a very long RPG. But this is the game to get for Saturn collectors. It is most people's holy grail.
I got something from chat that's infuriating me, but I am so happy for you. Bevork says, I got this game for $30 because the pawn shop had no idea what they had.
Oh my god. That's
Blessed.
so good.
I support you. Good job.
I've had dreams like that. Yeah, Panzer Dragoon, pretty big on Saturn. It was Sega's huge franchise at the time. In the absence of Sonic, it really got a chance to shine, and the people who played it, they tend to really like it. This game is apparently pretty special. I read some things about it. You ready for my quick and dirty fast facts about Panzer Dragoon Saga?
Yes.
Multiple people died during the development of this game.
Holy shit, Danny!
Futatsugi revealed that at least 2 people died from overwork and exhaustion because of crunch on this game. He directly attributed it to the crunch on this game. The other great fact about this game is that this was almost re-released for a new platform, GameTap, this proto-streaming service from a decade ago.
I remember that. That
they
was
got the
by
rights
Turner.
to. Yeah, Turner. It was part of the TBS thing. It was available for PCs. You could download old games, and they emulated a couple of Sega Saturn games. And they said, "Hey, with some more work, we'd really need to work on this to get compatibility working, but we can have Panzer Dragoon Saga on this service, or we can dedicate that work to putting more casual games on the platform." The user base voted, and they overwhelmingly said they wanted casual games.
No!
And GameTap is now dead, so it's a moot point anyways.
Alright, we got some more info from Shadowhog about the deaths. According to Shadowhog, one of the deaths was a motorcycle accident, and the other was an exec who was stressed about his potential performance.
Jesus Christ!
He apparently the writer elaborated on it.
Wow. So yeah, a game with a ton of stories behind it, and apparently the game itself is pretty good too. I've never played much of it though.
Cambertian, yes, GameTap did have a weird version of Sega Swirl, if I recall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had a very few ports from Saturn and Dreamcast, and apparently they wanted to do more, but the platform users demanded a shift to a different style. They said, no Panzer Dragoon Saga, yes, Peggle. I'll skip this. What else is there to even say about this game? It's a legendary game I have like 5 minutes to show off. I will say this is another case of the Japanese version being way cheaper. That's like $10. Meanwhile, the US version is between $500 and $600, which is even more than it was a few years ago. I remember when it was only like $300, and fuck that, it's way more now. It is my real name. No, it is not.
So I've never actually seen this game in action, so this is first for me.
It's cool. Should we play through this on stream?
I'd like to see it, but I don't know if that'd be like stream poison.
It could be poison. Supposedly it's only like 20 hours long, which is pretty short for an RPG. Also, it's on 4 CDs, and most of it is computer animation like this. I guess you could call this the Sega Saturn's Final Fantasy VII. If you wanted to be a nerd about it. I am.
Are you a nerd?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
You better believe it. By the way, if anyone else stumbles across a $30 copy of Panzer Dragoon Saga, you can feel free to pass that on to me if you want. I'll give it a good home.
Yeah, please give it to us. Wait, we should be able to afford it. We're rich, remember?
Oh yeah!
We're like billionaires now.
Hell yeah! Gonna use that Dogecoin money. And apparently I may have to because I think the game just crashed.
Alex will never see Panzer Dragoon Saga
Not
in action.
ever. This is another issue I've heard. Apparently the game needs to be patched to run on pseudo-Saturn carts, and that's given people issues before. So there you go. There's part of some of the CG introduction from Panzer Dragoon Saga. Someday we'll cover this in more depth, and that day is not today. And there are more expensive games released for the Sega Saturn here in the States, believe it or not.
Sorry, I'm laughing.
Including the next one.
Abby's telling us to mortgage the Waltz house.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, we'll section off the bathroom. We'll sell that as a premium loft, and we can rent it.
Yeah. We can, rent it for a lot of money, too. What if we Airbnb it, baby?
Oh, yeah.
Listen,
Airbnb-ing the house on Haim Waltz. It just feels like... that feels like a gross perversion of reality.
So mean.
Anyway, a way more expensive game than Panzer Dragoon Saga is our next game. Daytona USA Championship Edition Netlink.
Ooh. Sounds fancy.
So during the intermission, you got some context on the Netlink, but you could play some games with people online using it, including Virtual On, Sega Rally, and this. Now, the thing is, Sega Rally and Virtual On, those were packed in with the Netlink. You could get those just by buying the thing. If you wanted Daytona USA Champion Edition, you would need to order it from Sega's website back in the day, so it was only available via mail order. No one knows how many copies of this still exist. It's got some cool music.
I love this.
Yeah. Okay, Alex, bring up the graphic. This is my tip to you, to fellow collectors out there, and feller collectors. So this game is almost identical in appearance to the regular Daytona CCE that was released for Sega Saturn. That game is a $15 to $20 game, very common. In fact, the physical box between that and the Netlink edition, they're identical. The only difference is the disc. The rare version disc looks like that. Mm-hmm. That's the disc you want. Be on the lookout for that.
Keep a tight eye on this.
Yeah, Alex is circling it with his mouse.
Yeah, I know
which
you
I'm sure you can't
that.
see.
Yeah, envision it in your mind's eye.
It also comes with an additional manual, but some copies don't have it. On the other hand, if you do get a complete copy of Daytona USA Netlink Edition, oh my god, dude, you could sell that for $850 right now. It's very expensive.
That's almost a month's worth of rent for a studio apartment in Austin.
Hey, oh. That's sad. So the game itself is mostly identical too, but the title screen's different, and it has an actual online play mode.
Ooh.
Which of course we can't do because it requires a dial-up modem.
It requires the actual Netlink, which Ultimo mentioned in chat. The Netlink was just a rebranded X-Band, and yeah.
Oh yeah, it did use the X-Band technology. Yeah. So if you're looking for the best way to play one of the worst Daytona USA games, this is the one to get. Yeah, unfortunately, this game was made as a response to the original Daytona USA not being so great on a technical level. They essentially remade it and added a whole bunch of extra stuff, but they also changed the controls. This game does not play like the original Daytona USA. It's kind of unfortunate. And yet it looks so much better. The frame rate's way better, the graphics are more detailed and smooth. It's just it doesn't play good. Got everything but the gameplay.
Alright, Shadowhog mentions that this version has some features from the Japanese version of Daytona USA Championship Edition.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I think the Sega Rally port that they released for Netlink Edition has some special editions that were only released in Japan under, what was it called? Sega Rally Plus, I think? That's also an improved version of the game that you can track down, and it's way cheaper than this. But really, all you need to know about this game is the cruel irony of the original Daytona USA, the crappy-looking but good-playing one, being one of the most common Saturn games. You can pick that up for a few bucks. Or you can buy the upgraded and much worse controlling version for between $800 and $1,000.
No!
It's your choice.
1,000? That's like for a one-bedroom in town. Jesus.
Yeah.
They're living high on the hog.
I do like the way this version looks. I just wish it played better. They also replaced the soundtrack, which is like a crime. I do think the original tracks are still in here, though. You just have to select them.
Let's see. Beevork mentions that the PC version of this, called Daytona USA Deluxe, has everything and it has an extra track, and it was considered one of the better home versions. Yeah, I've never played the PC version.
Oh, well, hell, get that version then. Because even if it doesn't play as good as the original Daytona USA, it's still cheaper than the Netlink edition. I'm also real bad at this version. Apparently it plays a lot better if you have an analog controller.
I'm just...
Listen to this remix track. It doesn't have old Takenobu Mitsuyoshi going, whoa, whoa, whoa.
That sucks.
It's instrumental.
That sucks, I'm sorry.
What were they thinking? Says the angry Sega nerd.
The angry Saturn boy.
That's me. $400 for a retail walkthrough? Realtor? Fuck, man. That is a shitload of fuck.
That is a diarrhea dog shit of a shit of fuck.
I agree. We're almost done with this track.
Okay, so we buy the house and we rent it out as an Airbnb. And then we take that money and buy more houses and turn them into Airbnbs. And we turn the entirety of Austin into Airbnbs. Including Airbnb apartments, which sounds like a bad idea, but...
We're going to live in a post-renter society. Everyone's just going to give money to us for our Airbnbs.
Perfect!
I'm not even going to be able to finish this first lap. This sucks.
You place 10th.
10th. So many people think this is the rarest retail release for the Sega Saturn here in the States. Newsflash, never released at retail. It doesn't count. That's my controversial opinion. Mail order does not count as retail, and yet this game is still considered a part of a complete US Sega Saturn collection. I would argue, through my original research, which I can back up, that there is one game that is even rarer than this one, and it was actually released at retail. This is going to be new knowledge that I'm debuting on the stream today for the first time. You ready for this?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to play the rarest game released in the US for the Sega Saturn. Here it comes.
What is it?
Get ready.
Okay, get ready to press the button.
It's this game right here. Virtua Fighter Remix! Yep, the rarest one. The absolute rarest one. And you might be thinking, Virtua Fighter Remix, that was a giveaway. Sega gave that away to people who bought the Sega Saturn early by way of apology for the crappy pack-in version of Virtua Fighter. And yeah, the jewel case version of this game goes for like $5. Patience Grasshopper. Yeah, you can get a cardboard sleeve or jewel case version of this game for under $10 easy. There's also a Japanese version that's identical, and it's even cheaper. However, they did release this at retail in a long box. You could pay $50 for this game. And there are so few copies of that ever made.
Should I show it off?
Yeah.
This!
It looks like this. If you're hunting for this game, this is the one you want to see. If you find this in the wild, try not to shit your pants and calmly buy it and take it home.
Yeah, also just don't shit your pants in general.
Yeah, that's good advice. That's just good everyday advice. Yeah, it turns out the difference between the long box and the cardboard sleeve release is about $200.
Well, the jewel case version is $5, but
yeah.
It's the long box version that's like worth a shit ton of money.
And here's the thing, most people don't know how rare this thing is. That's why it's only like $200 now. That's going to change in the future once word spreads just how rare this thing is. Like, just to put it in perspective, if you look up Panzer Dragoon Saga on eBay at any given point in time, you're going to find like a dozen copies. They're all going to cost $1 billion, but you can still buy the game if you want it. In comparison, the long box release of Virtua Fighter Remix, only a couple of copies pop up on eBay every year. So like, if you want this game, it may not be available for purchase. And if it is, it may not even be complete, and it certainly won't be sealed. There has never been a sealed copy that's gone up on eBay, ever. If such a thing were ever to surface, you could probably expect to pay maybe $1 million, possibly $1 billion for it.
Hopefully $1 billion.
Hopefully $1 billion, yeah. I hear that sealed collections are a big thing among collectors now, and if you want a complete sealed retail Sega Saturn collection, you gotta find this game that does not exist in sealed form. So therefore, no one has a complete sealed collection until they have this. So this is my way of spreading the word. This is the rarest retail Sega Saturn game released in the States. Not Saga, not Daytona USA, which is a mail-away. It's this one. This extremely common game that just happens to have very expensive packaging. What do you think, Alex?
I think that we are almost approaching, that's right, 100k dropped frames. We are so proud of you all.
Oh, we did it. We finally did it.
We are so proud of
What's our
everyone
overall
who supported
ranking?
us.
Really? We dropped 21% of our frames? Holy God. That is a crime and a shame. We're going to call up Time Warner and be like, look, you know how much wages we lost because of this? You owe me 12 sealed copies of Virtua Fighter Remix long box
Yes,
edition.
you do. And you owe me the house from Haim Waltz.
Yeah. Get on it, Time Warner. You got a lot to make up for.
I'm so proud of us almost hitting. Well, now we're not there yet. We're almost at 100k. We're technically at 91k, but
A full fifth of tonight's stream has been dropped frames.
we promise the recording is better.
Yeah. And now Jeffrey's kicking my ass? Jeffrey, of all people. Add an insult to injury.
Oh, I wish we had $1 for every dropped frame.
So I think that puts a nice cap on the differences between the US and Japanese rarest games for Sega Saturn. Because Japan's got fun stuff like TV show tie-ins and realtor walkthroughs. US side, it's just the rarest games are rare on a technicality, it feels like. That Daytona game is just barely upgraded compared to the regular retail version. This was free. This was given away to Sega Saturn owners for free. It's just that rare long box version that's super rare. And it's just, man, it feels like collecting for Sega Saturn is way more fun in Japan than here in the States. Because over there they got, what was one of the games we played during the first half?
Oh god, Deli Soba Deluxe.
Deli Soba Deluxe. Compare that to Battle Sport.
I'd rather play Deli Soba, sorry.
Yeah, any day of the week. That's also what makes Sega Saturn collecting so interesting and fun, the differences between the different regions. Some of them are just like, oh, these games are expensive because they're really weird. And the US is just like, oh, it's a different variation. You have to be a turbo nerd to really care about these extra versions of the game.
It's fucking variant cover shit.
Mm-hmm. We're back in the Image Comics days. Image Comics never died, they just turned into Sega Saturn games.
To be fair, they're still around.
Are they?
Yeah. They're still big, too, yeah. They're around, Dark Horse is around, shit, even Malibu's still around in a way. Malibuverse is, like, folded into the Marvelverse, I think. So,
oh yeah, Marvel could bring back Prime at any time they wanted.
Also, we have... Electric Boogaloo has been having a conniption every time we call it Time Warner, so...
It's Time Warner.
It's Time Warner forever for us, sorry. I morally refuse to call it anything else.
They want to rebrand and be like, oh, we're starting over, we're not Time Warner anymore.
How dare you.
We know the truth.
Oh yeah! I actually bought an Image comic for PC98 Junior this year. So
Really?
yeah, it was the Pervert.
Oh yeah, they did publish that.
Yeah, they're making them pervert furry comics now.
Yeah, I guess so. You gotta find your niche.
Listen, furries are a great niche, because they buy things.
Furries have money. Image Comics were the smart makers after all. Long after Marvel is dead and gone, they're still gonna be making furry comics. That's the future we deserve.
Ah, finally.
Anyway, I think that wraps up our look at US and Japan rare Sega Saturn games. Quite a difference between the two regions, one being way more fun to collect for than the other, in my opinion. But, depending on how many games you have, maybe the fun is in finding the variants, just finding these odd versions of games that are very familiar, and yet also different. There's some fun to be had anywhere in the collecting world, as long as you're a millionaire.
Mm-hmm. And don't worry, now that we're billionaires, we will be paying every furry stipend, $1,000 a month.
Yeah, you get that just for being a furry. That's our gift from me to you.
It's like the universal basic income, but just for furries. Universal furry income.
That would upend society, like everyone wanting to join the furry fandom at
Oh
once.
my god, everyone would get... It'd be one of those things where, like, people always say, oh, people lie to get on services, but this would be something people would actually lie to do.
Man, if everyone is a furry, then no one is a furry. We gotta think about that. I won that match! Holy shit, what? What happened? I wasn't even looking at the screen. Okay. That's the best way we can possibly end this stream. I can't believe... I didn't even see how I won that match. I'm just gonna have to see the replay on that, I guess. That's pretty good. And with that, we're done with tonight's stream. That's right, I would have had to win 2 rounds that way. That's even weirder.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
Shout out to the Deli Soba boys, who I support.
Yeah, shout out to the Deli Soba delivery people. Without them, society would collapse. Thanks to you, Deli Soba guys. Well, thanks for sticking with us through 21% of dropped frames. If you saw 4/5 of the stream, hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully you're willing to watch more. We will be talking to the cable company, believe you me. This has to stop. Our work is too important. We're showing off Deli Soba delivery stuff. People gotta know.
Oh boy.
But hopefully you enjoyed that. And thanks to all of our patrons who voted for that theme. If you want to vote for what we play every week, go to patreon.com/retropals. There we put up a poll every single week showcasing what we play on Wednesday. This week people picked rare and expensive Sega Saturn games, and we mostly were able to stream that.
Mm-hmm. I'm just watching it dip in the red again.
I say as I watch that icon turn red again. Good stuff.
Well, we're at 97k dropped frames. Hopefully we'll get to 100 before the stream ends.
Oh, we can make it if we believe.
Alright, frames, keep fucking up.
So I'm gonna look for someone to host.
Alright, we're also on YouTube at youtube.com/retropals. Let me put that in chat for you there. There we post original scripted videos. We also post highlights of our streams. And we have also been posting clip collections of the best moments of 2018 the past couple of weeks. So, check that out. I like the newest clip show I put on. I think it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, it's good. There's some good extras in there that we didn't feature in our Sega CD highlights one, so...
Yeah. It features another Bouncers fuck up, so that's good.
Oh yeah.
We're also on Twitter at twitter.com/retropalshq. That's where we post when videos go on YouTube, when we're live streaming, and any other news you can use about us, and occasionally we post like goofs and stuff like that. So go check that out if you want to keep up with us.
Yeah, news you can use.
News you can use. We are at 98k dropped frames, so let me keep talking.
Yeah, we got to keep going until we hit 100k anyways. So we'll be back on Friday with Mascot Friday. Not quite sure what we're going to do for that. It has to be 2D, right? We've done... Last week was 3D?
It has to be 2D, yeah.
Alright, we're due for a 2D one. Maybe Sega Genesis, maybe Super Nintendo, maybe NES. We'll see. The world is our oyster. I'm watching.
You're watching. It's our oyster.
Our oyster. It's a moisture oyster.
The moist oyster. I hate this.
That's a terrible thing to say, but it's okay because the stream buffered and nobody
I was going to say, no one
hear
can hear us right now. No one can hear anything we're saying.
So we're going to leave you off with Macaw45, who says it's pachinko time.
Oh, no.
He is playing those pachinko games. He's playing something called Pachinko Tengoku EX for PS1.
So, some kind of adventure pachinko thing?
Yeah, that translates as Pachinko Heaven. So welcome to Pachinko Heaven, everyone. It's a better place to be than Pachinko Hell.
I think I'm going to wait till we hit 99k and then I'm going to drop us.
Yeah, I think so.
We're so close to 99k dropped frames. Can we do it?
Well,
we did it! Don't worry about Electric Boogaloo. I was giving you shit, but it's fine. I'm just giving you shit. Oh god, we're so close to 100K.
We're at 99k too. It feels like I'm watching a charity marathon.
It does.
I'm gonna let this happen. You've tuned into a record-breaking Retro Pals stream where I've gotten so aggravated over the bitrate that I've become unable to talk.
Yeah, neither of us can talk. It's great.
Anytime I flubbed up tonight, it was because I was looking over and seeing the thing turn red and getting mad.
Yeah, it was me just like, ah.
Come on, one
right.
more.
One more drop. Oh, we're dropping.
We're dropping. It's gonna happen.
It's dropped.
We're at 99.3, 99.4.
99.5.
Oh my god.
6. Oh, okay. One more drop. So we're gonna talk a little bit more, so I can clip this and show everyone the drop frame.
At this rate, I'm gonna have to quit Twitch and get a job as a delivery Soba guy.
What about your dog coin?
What
did you spend it on?
Sega Saturn Games.
God damn it, we needed the dog coins. Get out of real dogs!
Technically, they're Doge coins. I only buy Bitcoins based on memes. Oh, here's the last drop.
Okay.
Let's do it. 99.8. 99.9.
100k dropped frames! Everybody, we
Congratulations,
did it.
Everyone, we did it.
Oh.
A full fifth of our stream has been a dropped frame for a total of over 100,000 dropped frames. Thank you all. We couldn't have done it without your support. Please enjoy Macaw45 in his full non-dropped frame stream.
Yeah.
Welcome to Pachinko Heaven. I'm gonna throw this computer in a lake.
I'm gonna cry. I love you all.
Thank you all. See you later.
Thank you. Bye.